Leah sat on the edge of her bathtub, her fingers clutching the plastic stick like it was a detonator. 2 pink lines. Bright, clear, no doubt. Pregnant. The silence in her studio apartment felt heavier than ever. Just a week ago, her life had a plan. Graduating college. A potential internship in New York. Freedom. Now, it felt like everything had closed in. Her chest tightened. She reached for her phone, scrolled past, saved contacts, paused on one, Marcus. He hadn't called since the night he pulled away, the night she told him she was late. She dropped the phone. Tears welled in her eyes. This can't be happening. 2 days later, Leah sat in a women's clinic waiting room. The air smelled like sterile lemon. A woman across from her rocked nervously in her seat, clutching a jacket like it was a child. Leah's name was called. The counselor smiled gently, asked questions in soft tones. Do you have support? Is this decision yours? Are you sure? Leah nodded each time. Her voice didn't match her heartbeat. She was given a date, a pamphlet, a choice that didn't feel like one. That night, she came home and found a white envelope slid under her door. No name, no stamp, no handwriting on the outside. Inside was a single folded piece of paper. Typed, no signature. Dear Mom, you don't know me yet. You're scared, I know, and I don't blame you. The world looks too heavy right now. You think you're alone. You think no one will love you after this. But I already do. You're not weak. You're strong. You're not broken. You're brave. If you choose to keep me, I promise, I will never hate you for struggling. I will only thank you for trying. But if you choose not to, I want you to forgive yourself. Because I forgive you. Already. Love, me. Leah dropped the letter. Her heart raced. Her hands trembled. She looked around the apartment. Who put this here? No one knew. No one could know. But somehow, the letter knew her. It knew everything. Leah barely slept that night. She held the letter like it might vanish if she blinked too long. She read it over and over, trying to find the trick, the friend playing a prank, the mistake in the tone. But it felt too honest, too soft, too much like something written with love, not laughter. She asked her neighbor, her cousin, even the receptionist at the clinic the next day. None of them had sent it. None of them had heard anything like it. And no one believed her when she said it felt like the letter knew her, as if someone had reached into her heart and written the words she needed most. But then, something else happened. On her dresser, just below the mirror, another envelope appeared the next evening. Same style, same blank outside. Inside, Dear Mom, you looked beautiful today. I saw you cry after you took the trash out. I wanted to hug you so bad. I wish I could tell you that you're not broken. I wish I could walk with you when you feel most alone. You won't always feel this afraid. I promise. If you give me life, I'll give you something back. A second chance to believe in yourself. Love, still me. Leah dropped to her knees. She didn't know who or what was sending these messages, but they were speaking to a part of her that no one else had touched. And she wasn't sure if she should be terrified or comforted. She sat in her childhood room a week later, visiting her aunt in Savannah for clarity. The city air smelled like salt and lemon trees. It reminded her of when she was little before everything got complicated. She hadn't told her aunt anything yet, just said she needed rest. That night, she opened her old memory box under the bed. Inside, old drawings, birthday cards, and a journal from when she was 10. She flipped through the pages and stopped on one, dated the 5th of August. I dreamed about a baby today, a little girl with big brown eyes. She said I would be her mommy one day, and that she picked me from the stars. I told her I was too little. She said she'd wait. Leah froze. How could she have forgotten? The dream came back in flashes. Tiny hands, a warm laugh, And the girl had said her name. "My name is Ava." Leah whispered it out loud. "Ava." The tears came fast. What if this wasn't a dream? What if it had been a promise? It was 48 hours before the scheduled procedure. Leah sat alone on a bench near Piedmont Park, watching strangers pass by. Couples, families, toddlers with sticky fingers chasing pigeons. She clutched the latest letter in her coat pocket. She hadn't opened it yet. Her phone buzzed. A message from the clinic. "Reminder, your appointment is in 2 days. Please confirm attendance." She stared at it. Everything in her life felt like a decision waiting to break her. The apartment, her school dreams, Marcus's silence, the money she didn't have. And yet, every time she thought about going through with it, her chest ached, as if something inside her was begging her to wait. She unfolded the letter with trembling hands. "Dear Mom, I understand. I do. You're tired. You're afraid. You're not ready. But I don't need you to be perfect. I just need you to try. Because I don't want the world to miss you. I don't want to miss you. If you can love me the way you dream of being loved, that will be enough. More than enough. And if you can't do this, it's okay. You're still my mom. Forever. Love, Ava." Leah pressed the paper to her chest and broke. She cried until the sky turned purple, until the world went quiet again. And for the first time in weeks, she felt peace, not because the fear was gone, but because something had whispered to her soul. "You are more than your panic. You are enough. You are a mother already." The next morning, Leah stood outside the clinic. The same sidewalk, the same glass door, but this time her hands weren't shaking. Inside her coat pocket was the last letter, the final one. She hadn't opened it yet. Somehow, she knew it was meant for this moment. She looked up at the sky. The sun peeked through gray clouds. She took a breath and turned around. That afternoon, she walked into a community women's center across town, not for termination, but for support. She asked for counseling, parenting classes, housing help. "I don't know how I'll do this," she told the woman behind the desk, tears in her eyes, "but I want to try." The counselor didn't speak at first, just smiled. "You don't have to know everything right now. You just have to start." Weeks passed. Marcus never returned. Leah stopped waiting. Instead, she worked double shifts, moved in with her cousin, watched YouTube videos on how to budget on minimum wage. She kept every letter in a little white box under her pillow. And then, one night in her second trimester, just as she began to drift to sleep, she felt it. A flutter, then a thump, a tiny kick. Tears spilled instantly. "You're real. You're coming. You chose me." She pulled out the box and read the very first letter again. And this time, the words didn't just comfort her. They healed her. Leah never found out who sent the letters. She asked everyone, researched handwriting recognition, even contacted the post office to check for a mistake. Nothing. But the name from her childhood journal kept ringing in her ears. Ava. It meant life, or bird, or in some languages, voice. A voice that had whispered to her when she was at her lowest. A voice that saved her. So she chose it. Even before the birth certificate. Even before the due date. She whispered it to her belly every night. "Ava, you're my second chance, and I promise I'll be yours too." The night before Leah gave birth, she sat in a dim hospital room, pen in hand, belly full, eyes wide open. And for the first time, she wrote back, "Dear Ava, you don't know me yet. You might not understand my tears, or why I was scared, or why I almost gave up. But I want you to know, you changed me. Before you, I didn't believe in strength, or faith, or unconditional love. Now, I do. You saved me before I ever saved you. You wrote to me when no one else did. You saw me when I couldn't see myself. And tomorrow, I'll finally meet the voice that kept me alive. I love you, always. Love, Mom. As she sealed the letter, her belly tightened with a contraction. She smiled through the pain. It was time. What if the voice that saves you hasn't been born yet? What if love could speak before it breathes? And what if the person you think you're saving is really the one saving you?